Welcome to Binge List. Today we are reviewing Hulu's web series Looking for Alaska, which is the on-screen adaptation of John Green's debut novel of the same name. It was surely just a matter of time before John Green's first novel Looking for Alaska received its on-screen adaptation. Josh Schwartz, the showrunner whose previous shows include The OC and Gossip Girl, has built a television brand based on brooding teenagers who wish they could skip straight to adulthood. In fact, Schwartz bought the rights to Looking for Alaska before the book was even published. It took almost 15 years in adapting it to the screen as a limited series for Hulu.
You must be the new roommate. See, you decorated the place.
It is largely set in the year 2005, in a remote boarding school that seems more like a summer camp. Miles aka Pudge is a new student from Florida, and one of the students he meets is a girl named Alaska Young, who is tall, gorgeous, smart, and vivacious but often troubled. Miles has an instant attraction to Alaska, and she is undoubtedly the one who changes his life. In addition to making friends for the first time in his life, Miles spends much of his time at Culver Creek learning to break the rules. There are prank wars, new girlfriends, breakups, and all of the teenage shenanigans. I initially read the book in 2010, and since I've read it several times, I can safely say it's my favorite. I appear to have been waiting for its on-screen adaptation, but I also never wanted it to be made, believing that it could never be as good as the book, therefore it took me another 5 years to watch this gem. This series has been damn near as moving and enthralling as the novel was for me. Looking for a reason why to watch it, let's start with this. I like this show more than I anticipated that I will. It's one of the few teens shows that paint maturity so well and yet is appropriate for teens. It explores topics of teen life brilliantly. Charlie and Christine portray Miles and Alaska so well, with visible chemistry, and you can't take your eyes off of them for one moment, especially her. As hard and embarrassing as it is to admit, I've been in love with Alaska Young since I was 16. And Christine Froseth absolutely nailed Alaska's loving, profound, and temperamental demeanor. In fact, the entire ensemble is just as I expected. Pudge is just as awkwardly enthralled with Alaska as he was in the book. I feel Charlie Plummer, who portrays Pudge, is right on the money. Denny Love as the Colonel, for me, seems to have surpassed his character. Takumi, played by Jay Lee, is also quite the standout. He can be both hilarious and serious when the situation requires it. I'm delighted the show's creators felt the same way I did about the book, and it's pretty safe to say they knocked it out of the park. You identify with all of the characters and find it difficult to let them go. Especially Alaska. Aside from that, the music is perfect for each episode, with the standout song for me being An Honest Mistake featuring Lizzie Land, which was played at the barn scene in episode 5. The camera work is stunning, and everything adds to the creation of a masterpiece. The show explores relationships and death. Is there an afterlife? Or do we just die and fade away from everyone's memory?
I'm not gonna get over it.
I didn't mean right away.
Not this one. If people were rain, I was drizzle, and She was a hurricane, okay? There's not gonna be a day in my life where I don't think about her.
Easier.
I don't want it to get easier, because then that means that I've stopped remembering her. And is that what we're rooting for here? That I forget her? That she just becomes some distant memory? Someday, no one will remember that she even existed, or that I did. Everything falls apart. Memories, too. And then you're left with nothing.
Author John Green has stated that his first novel, Looking for Alaska, draws heavily from his own experiences as a teen, and that the titular character Alaska Young is based on a real person he knew at his Birmingham boarding school. Green was asked by his fans in FAQs of Looking for Alaska, "Did you know an Alaska?" To which Green simply answered, "That is the rare question that is too personal." I think this book and web series is Green's way of remembering Alaska forever and making sure she is not some distant memory, and also that others remember her too. Since John Green revealed that Alaska's character is based on a real person, this longing feeling for her after reading the book and watching the series makes it even harder to move on from her. It has been a week since I have completed the series and I am still thinking about it. It is magnificent in every aspect. It is a tearjerker indeed, but also it is more than that. I cannot describe in words how much I love the series. I highly recommend you watch it and let me know your thoughts below in the comments after you've watched it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content.